You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
Oh my god! No! Ah, this is a nightmare. The tall, fat man ate a hat.
When you were here, it was a sterling cock job.
Balls.
Balls. Sausage.
Balls. I prefer the luxury balls myself.
Beast balls.
Balls.
Cock. I had to go all white balls.
Well, you guys are just balls aplenty! Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 245. I'm your host, John Rowe, joined by my co-hosts.
Adam Ham.
Matt Hag.
And TJ May.
Oh, TJ the May of May. Oh my god. Ugh. So I just want to start off by apologizing to the way I sound right now, but it's December. It's the start of December, so I was like, we got to put the tree up in the living room. So I got the tree out of storage, and I think the tree has been, I don't know, pollinating itself because my allergies have exploded since we put the tree up. So I don't know. I think that I've realized that I have become allergic to dust. So, or some sort of dust mites. So I'm in trouble because I'm a mess right now. I'm just sneezing, snotty, and that. So I apologize in advance. I want to get that out of the way at the start.
The important thing was that I had an onion
Thank
on my
you.
belt, which was the style at the time.
I'm drinking Earl Grey tea right now. So let's go through what we're drinking. What you drinking?
I'll jump in. I'm drinking
Delicious.
Four Roses single barrel Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
That's good shit.
It's good. Yeah, it was on sale, so I bought it.
Nice.
Bill was expensive enough that it has to last a real long time. But yeah, I like it a lot.
Good call. Okay. TJ, what about you?
I'm drinking some sort of orange tea that I added honey to, but I'm already at the bottom of the cup, so I'll probably refill during this episode. Maybe
All right,
twice.
nice. Adam?
I have bottled water.
Bottled water.
Ooh.
Adam?
Slow
Water
down,
man.
wild man.
I have bottled water too. Except for my bottled water is 100% natural ingredients. Sparkling Ice Mountain natural spring water. Raspberry lime.
Yeah, no,
Contains
mine's
no
just Kroger.
Still? I love saying that. Is it still? Do you want water still?
Is it still water?
I'm
gas
still
or
waters
sim
run
gas?
deep.
It is. Yeah, it's just.
Adam's the robot-y one.
I'm going to go on the record and say that sparkling water is disgusting.
Oh,
Even
man.
flavored.
What?
Horrible.
Yeah.
I used to think that, but you get used to it.
Clarbon. It's fucking awful.
I used to think that, but I'm trying to get used to it because I'm trying to cut down on my diet soda and
That's
regular soda intake
That's understandable.
because I drank too much. Although I don't
I have
really
a
drink
lot
that much.
better substituting teas for soda.
I think that might be a better call because I've started to get into teas more.
Yeah, like the Yogi
I-
Box teas. Like some of those are pretty good. Have pretty good
Yeah.
flavor.
Yeah, they do. I think I have some some lemon raspberry ones that are pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. Not that I'm like I don't know. I just drink too much diet soda. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like I drink too many things that are sugary, even if they taste sugary and they're not have sugar in them. I don't know. I think
They're still phlegm machines, even if
yeah.
even if it's fake sugar.
Well, and diet soda's got a lot of acid in it. It's bad for your teeth enamel, and I'm trying to cut back. Although I don't drink that much, like compared to like some people I know. You know what I mean? I probably like 3 cans a day, maybe. Like 1 at lunch, 1 at dinner, and then probably 1 in the evening. Which isn't, I don't think, a ton, but still significant. I don't know. Adam, you switched to water, basically, right?
No.
Well, I
mean-
just... You were a diet and regular soda fiend.
Yeah. I pretty much drink regular soda now and bottled water. I'm probably about the same boat as you are, though. I drink probably about 3 a day. That's about right. And then the rest is water.
I don't think that's too excessive, you know? One with
not
each
really.
meal and then one spare. But,
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I'm just trying to get myself used to drinking sparkling water instead of soda. I don't know why.
Do you think in like 60 years people are going to look back at our junk food and soda like the way we look at people that chain smoke constantly in the
Oh, I know.
60s?
Yeah,
We're like,
Probably.
how could you guys not know that this was all killing you?
I know. But it
We
tastes
kind
so
of did,
good.
but we didn't
Good.
care.
It's so good though.
Yeah.
I'm not
It
going
is
to
so
lie and
good.
say I didn't have a McDonald's bagel sandwich this morning.
Oh,
Oh, that sounds delicious.
you didn't hashtag hack the
I was
menu
like,
in any way?
oh. No, I was like, oh, I'll be healthy and I'll just get the sandwich and not the hash browns and the soda.
Nice.
I usually just get 2 of the sandwiches.
I know, right? Same here.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And that's, I mean, I've not been doing French fries at fast food if I can avoid it.
Nice. It's the little things
Yeah.
to dilute ourselves. You know
Yeah.
what? My
McDonald's
typical.
French fries just don't seem that great
Oh,
anymore.
they are though. They're so salty.
They're like weird.
I'm trying to think.
They
Here.
like sit in my stomach badly. They like
Huh.
are a solid brick in my stomach.
I see.
Yeah.
My normal McDonald's breakfast order, if I'm by myself and being a horrible monster human and not like just being with someone else, is I'll get
Total
my
carb heap.
I get my favorite bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit meal. So I love the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. And then I also get the sausage McMuffin, the $1 sausage McMuffin. And I take it home and I cook an egg and put it on top of the sausage McMuffin and put some American cheese on there. And I got 2 sandwiches for the price of $1 extra. And the egg and the cheese, but those are cheap as shit. So yeah, that's my
Hashtag
homemade.
hack the
That's a hack the menu. Hashtag hack the menu right there.
Yeah, because a sausage, egg, and cheese muffin is like $3.50 at most places.
Uh-huh.
So if you go for the
the
dollar
egg,
sausage,
the egg adds like $2, and the egg,
Yeah.
and you could get an entire carton of eggs for $2.
on the worst weeks,
Yeah, they're usually $1.69.
My dad's coming over tomorrow to try out the Vive, and
I see.
if there's just no way I'm not gonna have just horrible junk food when I'm
yeah.
hanging out with him. Like
yeah.
we just go to the shittiest places.
Yeah, like you
but
should
it's
get.
so good.
You should pimp that video though. I watched that. It was pretty great.
Oh, the one my mom trying the Vive. Yeah, that got like 1,300 views.
Yeah,
Which makes me question all of the effort I put into any of my music videos.
that's how YouTube is.
did it get 1,300 views? Really?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
But somehow like the viewer retention is really bad. It's only at like 10%. But I did post in the Vive subreddit, so I must have got a ton of action from there. But yeah. I wish I had a clip, but I don't.
Oh,
So,
just a little audio clip.
Yeah. Maybe I can cobble one together in a minute.
Oh, that's in your side channel. Okay, I found it.
Yeah.
I'm eating a pretzel.
Just vamp. I'll try.
I muted. I muted my mic while I crunched the pretzel.
You're good at,
Oh,
good
man.
at vamping.
I can smell the salt from here, even though I'm nowhere near you.
I bought when I was at Costco. Boudin sourdough, San Francisco sourdough pretzels. I don't know.
That
It
sounds
says
so good.
servings per container, 50. 5 pretzels a serving, so 250 pretzels in this giant tub. I like it. Oh,
So here's
man.
what I'm going to do. I'm going to
Okay.
Clip Converter to download
Okay.
an MP3 version of my own video. And then, I don't know, something happens.
Windows has told me that a restart is required.
Oh, you better do that.
Nah, it says it'll do it outside of active hours. or do you want to restart now? So it's not doing the Windows 10. Hey, motherfucker, we're updating. Good luck. 5 minutes. Like, I hate that shit. Ugh. Windows 10, man. What can you say? Adam, what are your thoughts on Windows 10?
I mostly like it. But yeah, some of the stuff like that is really annoying.
Yeah. Like
It's kind of hard to get to some deeper things unless you actually just go in and type in exactly what you want. Like getting into like device manager, the sound menu.
Uh-huh.
I just get into all that just from the search thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is fine, but
yeah,
if you want to actually click your way through there, it's like really a long way now.
Yeah, it's not what it was.
No.
And what it
I
was...
think most of the changes are for the better, though.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think the ease of updates, the ease of, like, I don't know, the interconnectedness of your Microsoft account's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that it's stuck with my stupid Hotmail account that I started when I was 13. That's like a serious, like, I'm trying to think, like a serious epidemic, though. Everyone's, ever since Windows went to the unified login, everyone's like, well, my Hotmail account is my Windows account now, and it was my dumb email address I made when I was 13.
Yeah.
It references the Foo Fighters. So that's my email address.
Yeah.
Here's a clip of the video that we were talking about like 20 minutes ago.
Yes.
I'm just going to start this in like a random spot.
What game is that?
That's just a tutorial.
There's the joy of VR, unadulterated.
The craziest
Lauren
thing
talks
was
about
how
much she loved
quickly
it.
like she adapted to it, though. Like,
Yeah.
we talked about at the beginning of the video, the last game she played was probably when we first got the Mario Brothers game in the late 80s.
Oh, yeah.
And I just ran her through that tutorial and everything just came totally naturally, which I think is the one of the coolest parts about VR is everything's physical, so it's like just your natural inclinations are all the correct choices to make.
Yeah, for sure. All right. You guys, do you want an update on the NES, speaking of Classic Edition eBay price?
Hey, okay, hang on. I'm going to do a guess because I've not been looking at this. 230.
No. But
320.
I'm seeing 205.
It's going down.
Not a lot, though. That says...
There was an announcement that they're going to be restocking a bunch on December 20th. So maybe that's influencing it.
Right before Christmas.
They better. I want to sell them.
It is the absolute dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard of, them doing this. Because, like, I mean, you just hear horror stories of, like, Targets that are like, shit, this thing's coming out. Awesome, looking forward to it. All right, guys, this is going to be a big holiday ticket item. Like, a lot of nostalgia around this. It's a cool little package. Great price for a stocking stuffer. All right, how many we get? 4.
6.
Our entire store, we got 4. And they said we sold out before anyone even, like, got in line. Like, it was
when it first came out, if it was this hard to get, that would make sense. But then by now, they should have moved it up.
It's a month.
I know, Nintendo, I know you guys are, like, conservative and everything, but do you really not think that you would sell this many of these?
Yeah, like
come on,
I understand.
Guys.
Like,
trust yourselves.
Yeah, like understocking it a little bit, right? But like this is like they didn't make any of these, and
if, at least this is confirmation that this isn't some like intentional shortage to drive up demand. Because if it was, they would have delivered by now.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously though, fuck
them not believing
scalpers.
it would be this popular.
Yeah, exactly. But I am totally of two minds about this. Well, not about the scalpers. Fuck them. I hope to die in a pit, and I burn them alive and bury them while they're burning. Sorry. Anyway, so I'm of one mind, which kind of agrees with Jim Sterling, because he did a whole episode of that. I'm talking about how Nintendo is still of the mindset of a toy company, where shortage breeds necessity, shortage breeds hype. But of the other mind, I do understand that Nintendo's a traditionalist company, because they look at the people that they hired at the manufacturing plants as people. Yeah, they could have ramped up production, had multiple, manufacturing distribution sites, had, 30, 40, 50,000 employees. And then a month after this thing released, when demand shot down, cut 3/4 of the staff immediately. And they're not ones to do that.
Yeah.
But still.
And they're just conservative in general. Like, I'm sure that they're probably not happy with this situation, but they're way happier than they would be if they had a bunch of NES classics sitting on their warehouse shelves next to the Wii U's.
Like the Amiibos I have right now?
Yeah.
I know, right? Like, but that's what they did with the Amiibos. And then they started selling them, reprinting the ones that were rare. And it was just like, what the fuck? I don't know. It's dumb. Oh my god.
But I want one. I've been like searching, like tracking them on various websites every day, because I'm just gonna straight up buy one and then give it to my parents and say, "Here, wrap this and give it to me on Christmas morning."
I know, right?
I'm perfectly happy with waiting until next year to buy it, because it is a product that they're saying they're going to continue to produce all through next year and beyond. But
yeah, great when nobody wants it anymore.
I want
what the fuck is wrong with you, Nintendo?
I'll get it in June. I'm fine with that.
I want it as a Christmas gift. Like, how? Like, come on. It's just insane. Like, the incompetence here. All right, here we go. I mean, did you see that Amazon had posted, like, they had an exciting announcement about the NES Classic? Did you know what that announcement was?
Were getting more on, like...
Nope. That you could buy them at the Amazon Books store.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
3 physical locations in the entire United States. So great. Awesome. So now they're only selling it at the physical location. Let's see here. Reggie Filimi said he predicted that people would be able to get it by Christmas for sure. Nah. No way. We have one full shopping weekend left. Like, it's just not going to cut it.
Yeah.
It's just disappointing. Like, it's like the opposite of a holiday miracle. A holiday disappointment. That's it, Nintendo. I'm just disappointed. I expected more from you.
We're not mad, just disappointed.
I'm just disappointed.
I want to love you, Nintendo, so just let me buy your stuff and love you.
You don't want an NES Classic?
Not really. I'd probably rather just steal it.
Wow, that's illegal. You're admitting to a crime. You are jail time now.
What?
Thank you. Oh man, that was perfectly timed.
That was.
I've ruined it by Adam. Why do you want to go to jail?
I don't know. These are all. I don't know. I don't think I think some of the ones that I want wouldn't necessarily be on there.
Yeah.
Like Secret of Mana on there, and
on the NES.
Oh, NES.
Yes. Are you in a cave?
Oh, I thought
I think that you're in a cave. Adam,
I am.
Are you a troll?
No.
I'm just saying.
Most certainly not.
You seem to never know anything that's happening about anything. And,
I do.
You have lumps, dangerous lumps appearing.
I do. It's actually kind of scary.
Okay, I want the lump date.
So,
hashtag lump date.
I had some people. I had my stepdad come over and take a look.
Yeah,
and I think it's actually probably okay.
cue loud crashing noise and Adam's
Never
disconnected.
been more reassured
No, I
in
didn't
my
disconnect, did I?
No, I'm saying that we're just going to hear an explosion and then it'll be like, Adam has left the call. Like,
Well, that is part of the scary part is there have been like some weird like noises, and there are some like cracks in the walls.
of course.
So,
Well, you'll have the cracks as the house settles.
that's the thing. Like I did some.
You'll have the
Some
occasional facade falling off.
Kind of like,
I
I did the research that millennials do, and that is I Googled cracks in wall,
Exactly.
and then an Ask How article said a bunch of stuff.
It wasn't ask how, but anyway.
Yeah.
Most of the cracks don't seem to be of like a terrible nature, and it did say that especially if you're noticing them around like times of changing temperature, as
Yeah.
this is that a lot of it could be due to like the the wooden frames of the house like expanding and contracting with the temperature changes,
Yeah.
and some of the flooring might also be due to the changes like in heat from the first floor to the basement and stuff like that.
What do you think the lump is? Is that a support beam?
Yeah, so the lump is actually a beam, and I think the floor around it's kind of like
Sinking?
down a bit. Yeah,
Okay.
So, Adam,
No,
you
I'm
were-
not a construction
Yep.
man.
because it's cooler below.
Beams are supposed to be straight, aren't they? Like support beams,
No, the
especially.
beam is straight.
It's a vertical beam.
No, the beam. Oh, the vertical beams are fine. Yeah,
Okay.
as far
It's
as
the
I know.
floor around it that's sinking.
It's the horizontal beams on the floor, and then like
Oh.
the floors are kind of singing kind of down a bit. I think it's because the colder air is less air pressure
Yeah.
than the warmer air above, and it's just kind of like a little
Heavier.
bit of, yeah.
But also, that's not supposed to happen, right?
I don't think
know.
so. Adam, I have a question.
It's not like a huge amount, but
Now, you tried to move, correct?
right,
And you weren't allowed to move.
right,
You had issues getting a new place.
yeah.
And that was that issue that you weren't given a sterling recommendation from your current landowner?
Yes.
That is horrible.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
Also-
illegal.
Also, are you basically like living in like a debtor's prison? Like, what's going on here? Like, you're being forced to live in this place. You know what I
Kind
mean?
of.
Like, it's kind of crazy to think about.
I feel like
bit.
we should mount a rescue attempt while singing French or something.
Yeah, this doesn't sound.
Possibly.
Yeah, like the revolution.
And also, I'm a little bit shaky in the bathroom because when they changed
Oh,
out
boy.
the tub stuff,
That's
I'm
a
not
quote.
sure they did so well with like all the stuff to prevent like water from going places.
So you're like worried that you're
Uh-oh.
just basically
Like all
rotting
the-
out the
the
floorboards.
I'm a little worried about that. Yes.
Yeah, how is the job? What's that called, Adam? When they like seal up the corners?
I don't actually know. what
Like
the
no,
job
like
is.
the
Caulk
device.
Drought?
Oh, like a
Caulk gun.
Caulk gun. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Adam, can you please say? Wait, everyone, quiet. I need a clean one, Adam.
A caulk gun.
Nope, say it. Yeah, that's you're mispronouncing it. Can I get that correct?
Are you wanting me to say a caulk gun?
I'm 5 years old, ladies and gentlemen. Adam's
Sorry,
cock
Adam.
gun.
I'm sure
Adam,
your
so you're saying
apartment will hold up just fine.
I'm 10 times worse than that though. When you guys said ask how, I heard it as ass cow.
Ah, ass
no,
cow.
Is.
Adam? So are you saying that,
Yeah,
that
no
the
ass cows involved.
are you saying that the caulking job in your bathroom is subpar? How would you say the caulking in your bathroom is?
I'm just an amateur, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Is
I
it
think
a-
subpar might describe it.
Below optimal cock job?
Yeah, no, it was a terrible cock job, really.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Well, Adam.
I hope we don't go from talking about a cock job to
You know-
my balls in a further update.
Yeah.
Well, now
I've
we
been
have
in your
to.
I've
right?
been in your bathroom, And I think all the cocking that I observed in there was quite good.
Oh yeah, when you were here, it was a sterling cock job.
A sterling cock job. I am just
That's the title. That's the title.
It's a bounty of treasures.
Sterling CAULK job is the title of this podcast.
All right. Thank you, Adam, for the cock update.
I mean, could just be.
You're welcome.
Could just be cock and Pokeballs. We can go a lot of directions with this.
Cock and Pokeballs. That's right. Yeah, TJ's got to talk about his balls later, so we'll get to that. His ball situation. Yeah, that's as good as time as any. TJ, what's up with your balls?
Yeah.
Tell us about your balls, man.
So apparently the red and white balls weren't good enough for me. I had to go all white balls.
Yeah.
Premiere?
Yeah.
Yes.
Premiere.
So
is one of your balls bigger than the other?
No.
Are the
but
Premier balls bigger?
No, but there's definitely a quality difference.
One's better than the other.
I prefer the luxury balls myself.
Velvet.
Shit!
In your velvet pouch.
I mean, it seems like every forum I'm talking about is actually talking about the new Beast balls, though.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, they look really cool.
I need heel balls.
The problem is you can't just throw those beast balls around, man.
No,
You have to dedicate them to an
I'm just
ultra
gonna make a
beast.
supercut of every time you guys said balls this episode.
please.
Do you know what I like? I like great balls.
Yeah, great balls are good.
Actually, where the heck is it? I actually have a plush great ball.
I have a plastic great ball.
Well, you guys are just balls aplenty. Oh, we're plentiful with balls. Oh shit!
There's a Mew in mine.
There's a Mew in your ball.
And my plastic great ball, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, there was. I took them out.
Let's see.
Oh, here it is. Here's my plush ball.
Oh, you got your...
Great ball's the best ball.
I don't know. I like the luxury balls. And ultra balls are pretty cool, too.
Anyway,
oh my God. All right.
The reason we actually got into this tangent of balls and balls
the ball
galore,
tangent.
Tangent
The
to
great
my balls,
ball tangent of 99.
is so I am trying to do a preferential ball treatment throughout my Pokeball game.
But okay, what spurred this? Is this some sort of like internet forum? Like I'm going to
spurred
make the
your
game
balls?
harder than it's supposed to be?
No, not
you want
really.
your Pokemon. Yeah.
So
You're not trying to make it harder.
well, I kind of am because I think ever since starting 3rd gen, I just liked catching everything in Pokeballs. I felt more accomplished.
Because it's more difficult.
Because it's more difficult. You know, catch the Mewtwo in the Pokeball, catch the Lugia in the Pokeball.
Impossible, I say.
But ever since I found out, starting with Gen 3, every 10 Pokeballs you buy, you get a free Premier Ball, which is just a white version of the Pokeball that you get as a free bonus. I buy the 10 Pokeballs and I sell the Pokeballs back, and I'm trying to just collect with Premier Balls as I'm the rich kid in the Pokemon game.
Yeah, you're the snob.
I am the snob.
Have you seen some of the ROM hacks that they've done to the game?
I've seen some, yeah.
No.
Yeah, where they've made the game harder. Basically, they made it so every trainer, not every trainer, but every like not gym leader either. What are they called? Trial captain. Yeah, every trial captain you face has. Yes, thank you. Oh my God, we actually had a use for that. Every trial captain you face has 6 Pokemon instead of just like whatever they normally have, and it just they basically increase the difficulty by making, because sometimes Pokemon's a little on the easy side.
Yeah.
But I guess it depends on what you want for a challenge,
Mm-hmm.
Like TJ's
And
making his
also-
own challenge.
Yeah. It depends, too. Like,
Which,
it depends on how dumb you are, I guess. If you try to fight with the wrong kind of Pokemon, you're going to get boned.
I find that my particular challenge, it makes the game a little more difficult, so I feel more accomplished as I play it. But it's not as difficult as a as a Nuzlocke run, because those things are just insane.
Yeah.
Now, have we talked about Nuzlocke runs before?
I feel like I want to stream a Nuzlocke run. Does that sound like fun?
That sounds fun.
Maybe we could do screen share and we could all hang out and do a Nuzlocke run.
That
seems kind of fun.
There are a couple of like co-op Nuzlockes that you can do.
Okay.
Where we're playing the game simultaneously.
Yeah.
And there's also like Nuzlocke Wonder Trade runs where in the newer version of the games you have to Wonder Trade the first one you catch.
Yep. I want to go with. So do you want to explain the Nuzlocke rules?
Okay, so.
And what the hell the name Nuzlocke came from?
Yes, yes, I know all of this, and I was just watching a couple YouTube videos about it recently.
Yeah.
Or specifically a Kerblog about Nuzlocks.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I follow Christopher Nyosi, formerly known as Kerbifer. He did a lot of animation back on Newgrounds. But anyway, a Nuzlocke run. There was this guy a while back that set himself a challenge. He wanted to play through, I think it was Pokemon Ruby originally. And his challenge was he would get his starter Pokemon, and every route that you go into, every route, you could only capture the first Pokemon you see. If you don't capture it, you don't get to capture any of them.
Yeah.
So you can only capture the first Pokemon you see. Secondly, anytime a Pokemon faints, they are dead.
Yeah.
And must be released or taken out of play.
Yeah,
you cannot use them
Adam,
ever
you've
again.
never heard of Nuzlocke runs? It's basically permadeath for Pokemon.
Yep. And then the last thing, and this is just, this was just to kind of make him have more attachment to his Pokemon. You have to nickname every Pokemon you have.
Yes.
So anyway, the reason the locks are called, and I think the link that John put in here is the link to the comic that inspired other people to do it.
Yes.
But this guy basically chronicled his journey in a series of comics.
Yeah.
And I forget what he named his Nuzleaf. I don't think it was called Nuzlocke, but it reminded him of some celebrity or someone he knew named Locke. So in his mind, it was the Nuzlocke, and even after it died, it made like ghostly appearances in his comics.
Yes. Yeah. So the idea is basically like people have done lots of variations on the Nuzlocke. Like the Wonder Trade and that you after you battle a gym, you have to release a Pokemon. All this stuff. I just kind of like the basic rules. It's very simple. You can only capture the first Pokemon you encounter in each new area you explore. And some people say, if you can't catch it, can you catch the next thing you see? No.
Nope.
But, that... I like to play it with the no doubles rule, because I think it's more fun having a variety of characters.
Yeah.
So if it's like, I just keep going until I get the next new Pokemon if I'm in a new area, because you don't want like your team with 4 Bidoofs on it. But it kind of adds that roguelike randomness to the game, which is really kind of fun, too. But it is so true that if your Pokemon faints, you must release it. Makes Pokemon battles much, much more interesting. And you are scared as shit. And because you only can catch so few Pokemon, you are very, very, just attached to them, Because you got your crew, you know what I mean? And so, I think it's exciting because it makes playing through the old games just
more interesting.
A little bit more interesting, It's a new perspective. I feel like I should probably just do a Nuzlocke run the next time if I were to buy blue or red or yellow on the
eShop.
On the eShop, I should do a Nuzlocke run, but I'd like to. I think I'd like to Twitch stream a Nuzlocke run because the only problem with streaming Nuzlocke runs is that Pokemon is exceedingly boring. So it's kind of hard to do that by yourself, which is why it might be fun to have 2 people.
Yeah.
Doing like a screen share on Twitch. But yeah, I don't know. You can do screen sharing through Google Hangouts, so. And then record via Twitch.
For those not in the know, Matt is currently playing AC/DC's
This is
Big
my
Balls.
Pokemon theme.
Yep.
The big balls.
Big balls.
Do you got this pitch shifted enough? Are we gonna get content?
Oh,
ID?
it's quite pitch shift. I can feel it.
Okay, you can
It's
feel
just
the
down
ball
one
shift.
half step.
Yes.
But I've got the high frequencies cut out quite a bit. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because it's just, I don't know, I kind of like that with video games. That's kind of the way speedrunning has been, you know,
Yep.
like where they're just like, we're going to make new like challenges out of old games, which kind of brings back a lot of the fun. You know, it just makes old games new again. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So this guy on I'll put a link on the website Nuzlocke.com. This guy made Pokemon Hard Mode comics, and then it became the Nuzlocke Challenge. So, so he had kind of chronicles his first one, and I don't know. It's just really exciting, like awesome. It's John Locke from
That's it. Yep.
Lost. Yeah, the character. So, are you having fun there, Matt, with the balls?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Matt. Well, fine. You're having so much. All right, Matt. What you been up to?
I've been up to stuff. I watched a Star Trek Beyond film.
Oh, how was that?
It was fun.
Yeah, it looked fun.
I feel like if I was like a hardcore Trek fan, I feel like it would have pissed me off a bunch. But as a space action movie, it was fantastic.
You can pull a full Will Wheaton and just rip on it before seeing it?
No.
I have,
Will Wheaton.
I
Sorry.
have, I have an important question about that movie.
Yep.
Because
Okay. Yes, the Beastie Boys music does play an important role in saving the day.
Oh, I get that.
yes.
But that's not even what I'm asking. In this movie, what color alien lady did Kirk bang this time?
You know, I don't know that they banged, but
No,
I guess
they
like
did.
whitish.
Implied. Yeah.
White?
Okay,
That's racist.
John will appreciate this.
Okay. Wait, are you
the
saying I'll
female-
appreciate the white racism?
Yeah, the female
triggered.
alien lady is Nova from Heroes of the Storm. She has all of the same abilities.
Oh, really?
Like,
Where
when
she can
she's-
teleport?
She's
and-
spawning like hallucinations and stuff, and like all of her stuff is deception based.
That sounds cool.
You guys, yeah. It was really cool. I liked it, and
Definitely worth a rental.
yeah, I rented
that it's
it
out.
from just iTunes, and it
Yeah.
was like $4 or something. Totally
Nice.
worth it.
Well, that's exciting. Well, I like that the endorsement is, it was all right. It was fun. Like, sometimes you need
Well,
that,
that's
though.
like that's what I expect going into a Star Trek movie.
Uh-huh.
But like people that have been fans for decades expect
Yeah.
something else, and they won't get what they want.
Yeah. For sure. I don't know. I think people just like to overreact to trailers and the whole like internet reaction take culture we get, you know, like
Yeah.
you had posted Spider-Man Homecoming official trailer, and there's just 8,000 suggested videos of comic book guy 84 reacts, and just like a video
Oh,
of
yeah.
him reacting to the trailer, or like a
cares?
30-minute breakdown
That
of the
trailer
trailer
looks
that
good,
someone
too.
makes. I just hate that shit, though. Like, seriously. Like,
All right. Here's my reaction.
fuck
I
off.
thought it was an enjoyable trailer, and I like how the collaboration's working between Marvel Studios and Sony.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
seems
Yeah.
more Marvel than Sony, which is good because they make good stuff.
I
There seems
guess.
to be a lot of Tony Stark in it, so that seems cool.
Yeah, there's lots of Tony Stark. There's lots of like Star Wars stuff in Peter Parker's room.
Yeah.
I feel like Marvel Disney had a big hand in it.
Uh-huh. That's like...
There were a bunch of jokes going around about how most of the budget of the movie went to the giant Death Star Lego
Yeah,
set that
dropping
they're playing with. Yeah.
and breaking it. I think that... I've been really disappointed with all the Marvel movies lately, so I don't know. They just kind of
you
seem
hate
like
everything.
No,
so-
I think that they have started to kind of fall into a formulaic rhythm that I don't think is fun. I think part of what I loved so much about, and everybody loved about the original Iron Man, is how different and kind of it took this kooky, I don't want to say that, like just this take on superhero stuff where it was not completely self-serious, you know, which we'd seen in like Spider-Man and all the other ones, but
then that was successful, and now that's being imitated by everyone.
TJ, are you untaping something?
Shuffling carts.
It's very loud. It sounded like you were ripping tape off something. Oh man, no, but
I thought you were violently flatulating.
Yeah, very loud, cracky farts.
Maybe I was letting my hostages go. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he was untaping the hostages. Oh, that's a term for like going to the bathroom that is bad.
Untaping hostages.
Let me untape the hostages.
I need to use that now.
I need to go untape the hostages. What? You'll see. You'll hear. No, I don't know. I don't know what it is about the Marvel movies now. They just kind of like they have the same beats every single time, and it's. Yeah. I really hope this is different because
Well, Spider-Man's not going to be different. I can tell you from the trailer. It's
I know. Spider-Man's my favorite of the superheroes, so.
But it doesn't look like an origin story.
That's good because they've done those to death, and they kind of already. You kind of already did the Spider-Man origin story in the Civil War. They had just, the introduction. I mean, everyone fucking knows how Spider-Man became Spider-Man. Do we need to see it again? And this also brings up to...
And
yep.
Spider-Man and his classmates aren't 35 years old.
Yeah,
which is also a plus.
Okay, now this brings up the point. What is the legacy of the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man films? Like... They were immediately replaced.
Crotch shot.
I didn't see them at all.
Like after the... Yep, sorry?
I watched them both. Crotch shot is the legacy. He was a perfect cocky Spider-Man, even if he was too gorgeous to be a good Peter Parker.
Yeah, that's true. That guy is one handsome fella. Whereas the new Peter Parker looks like a preteen, or not preteen, but a teenager. A young teen.
Like a teen nerd.
Yeah, that's what Spider-Man is. Who becomes a badass. Which is why Tobey Maguire worked, because he was kind of a nerd. Like a dweeb, and it worked. I don't know. I watched the first one, I didn't see the second one.
Yeah, I feel like Spider-Man for Andrew Garfield is just kind of a stepping stone into like
the
artsier things.
Yeah.
The second one wasn't an enjoyable watch.
Yeah.
But you can tell they kind of tried to compress a lot into the one movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Wow. So what's everyone's favorite Marvel movie so far?
Ugh.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Mine's Guardians as well.
It's got to be up there. I've seen the last 70% of that one.
I like Doctor Strange a lot, too.
I still haven't seen that. I have to get out and see that.
I need to see that, too.
For me, it's probably going to be somewhere between like the first Avengers and Iron Man 2.
Yeah. Avengers is really good. Like, that's my number 2. Mm-hmm. But something about Guardians just really hit me the right way.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
And I think part of why it's so good... Oh, yep, go.
Iron Man 1 happened so long ago. I'm trying to remember what it was like that first time that I saw like a superhero movie where the superheroes were snarky, like jackasses like myself. Like, where I identified with somebody on screen like that.
Well, I kind of feel like the
that
Batman...
was something I really took to at first.
The 1989 Batman felt a little bit like that, because the Bruce Wayne there was a little interesting. Like Michael Keaton. You know what I mean?
Keaton,
like, he is not some sort of uber hunk ripped guy. He's just, Michael Keaton. Yeah, a guy.
He's the Vulture.
Who also is Batman. God, that movie is so good, that first Batman.
He's Batman. And Birdman.
I think it might still be my favorite Batman movie, but The Dark Knight's really good too. Like
Not
there's
the
a
Adam
gritty
West movie?
I like the Adam West movie a lot too, but I just love the Batman 1989. Jack Nicholson, cherry on top of that performance. You can put, and the Prince music, like it's just so good. It's so ridiculous. Anyway,
I
so
saw
quotable.
Man of Steel for the first time a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
I was actually at Thanksgiving, and that movie is not as bad as I was told when you're watching it for
fair
free on
enough.
cable TV.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It was like I could see that there was a good movie in there, but
Yeah.
like Zack Snyder just is so serious all the time.
Yeah. It just doesn't work. But the new
It was
Spider-Man
like,
trailer.
I liked the actors that were
Yeah.
in it, but man, your director. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I used to like defend him because of how much I liked the Watchmen movie and how good it was. But since
still
then,
haven't
it's been kind of really hard to back that guy up.
Yeah,
like
like
you know what
I
I mean?
really liked 300, and I actually liked his Dawn of the Dead remake.
Hey, 300's
That's like its
awesome.
own separate thing.
300's a fun, dumb movie.
I love
Like,
300.
Like that movie's awesome. It's just so ridiculous, but it like knows how dumb it is. Like that it just works.
And at
like
the
everyone's
time, like
ridiculous.
that was a whole different visual style.
Oh,
that
yeah,
hadn't
yeah.
happened yet.
That holds
Now
up
it's
too. That
like
movie
big-
has a look to it,
Mhm.
Like everyone looks like they're carved out of stone. It's just cool. Like it looks like a comic book movie.
Spartans, what is your profession?
What's Gerard Butler up to?
What's Gerard Butler up to? I don't know. Probably doing
Is
theater.
that right?
That's like whenever you don't know what an actor is up to, that's what they're doing. They're doing theater. Actually, I think he is on Broadway right now.
Didn't he come from
Oh, I
the theater
forgot he was in How to
before
Train
he went
Your
to?
Dragon.
Sorry?
Didn't he come from the theater before going to Silver Screen?
I'm going to look up his
Yeah.
Wikipedia
He's
article.
from the UK, so yeah, they all
Phantom
come
of
from
the Opera.
theater. Except for Keira Knightley.
Yeah, he was born in 1969. All right. Went to Glasgow, University of Glasgow. Let's see here.
Gerard Butler just got to fly with an F-16 fighting Falcon today.
Uh-huh.
So that's something
Good
he
job,
did.
Gerard.
Let's see here. He did some small roles in films to start.
He was an Egyptian god in
Yeah.
2016.
He was Tomorrow
because he,
Never
you know,
Dies.
he's Egyptian.
Yeah, of course. Well, he was in that Reign of Fire movie in 2002 with Christian Bale, the dragon movie.
Okay.
Oh, I remember seeing previews for that, but I never saw it.
Isn't that fucking crazy that they made that movie? Like when you look at the people that are in that movie, Matthew
What
McConaughey,
was
Christian Bale, Gerard Butler.
It looked like it was going to be really, like a really big deal from
Yeah.
the previews and stuff. And this is like
Yeah.
what had come out at this point that had said fantasy can be profitable?
Yeah, not a lot. This
Not
was
a lot,
not
no.
profitable. I mean, it was.
Wait,
it
wait,
made
But they thought it was going to be because
Wait,
like
you
the
said
amount of
2002?
money that
Yeah,
yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
yeah, that's true.
The
That
first
was
one.
2001 with the first one,
Yeah.
right?
But this would have had to have been in production before that came out.
Let's see when it says production. Let's see.
But man,
Surprisingly,
they spent a ton of money on this.
not a lot of
on this
information
cast.
about this movie.
I think they were already expecting Lord of the Rings to do well. Not necessarily as big as it did, but at least well.
I mean, it's a cool idea. Like, hey, it's the future, and dragons have awoken and are like destroying mankind.
I mean, I don't know what other fantasy came out before that besides Black Knight.
Yeah, they're Black Knight. Oh my god, that movie is so bad.
There was that Heath Ledger movie.
Adam, do you remember watching Black Knight?
Oh yeah. Oh, what
Not
was that?
really.
What was that called?
A Knight's Tale.
Bone.
A Knight's
You watched
Tale.
that?
Yeah.
Monkey Bone.
Paul Bettany and
Yeah.
Alan Tudyk as
Yeah.
well.
Timeline was somewhere around that era.
Yeah. We watch Black Knight, and an Odyssey of the Mind like hangout sesh get together because someone rented movies, and we lived in a town like 2,000 people, and the fucking local grocery stores where you rented movies, and they had shit for selection.
Yep.
Yeah.
So someone rented Monkey Bone and Black Knight,
Monkey Bone.
Oh, Monkey Bone.
and we watched Black Knight, and it was so dumb. Like, I remember sitting there watching it, and I was like, okay, so he gets transported to Renaissance times. And I was like, how long is it going to take him to figure out that he's been transported to a different time? Like, because, like, seriously, the first 20 minutes of that is just him fucking around in, like, medieval times and him being like, oh, this is, wow, what great costumes you have. This is ridiculous. And it's like, fucking, wow. Like, they're, like, how would you, like, what person wouldn't immediately know, like, oh my God, like, this is different. Like,
Yeah.
no, it took him a while. He thought he was at a really good run fair because, you know, whatever. But, you know, because clearly you could tell what's real and what's not. But that movie was so bad. And then we watched Monkey Bone, you know, and we watched that whole thing.
Yeah. Monkey Bone's great.
That movie is not...
We didn't watch all of Black Knight, I don't think. We
cut it off.
Yeah,
And then we watched Monkey
out.
Bone. Monkey Bone is
Awesome.
not a good movie, but
Oh, it is awesome.
I think it's an interesting watch.
It's definitely interesting.
Yeah. It's fun to watch. How
It's
about that?
great.
How often you get to see Chris Kattan in a movie?
Never.
Oh, very true.
Not often enough, I'd say.
Eh.
That was a Brendan Fraser movie too, wasn't it?
Adam's
Yeah.
Adam's gotten enough Chris Kattan.
Yeah,
He's good.
I've had enough.
I've had my fill of Chris Kattan.
Lantha Roxbury.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh man, whatever happened to Chris Kattan? I liked him.
I don't know,
All this talk
Batman
about
Bridge
it.
or something.
Travel has gotten me to start downloading Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
All right, Chris
Ah,
Kattan.
Turtles in Time.
Turtles
going on?
in Time.
Oh wait, that was the.
That was the game.
Yeah.
That's TMNT 4, the SNES game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a great game. I have that game.
All right, Chris Kattan. What's he up to?
Wait, I think I actually have that game
Nothing.
too.
A ton of voice acting.
It was gifted to me from a former roommate.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
the-
God, he was in that food fight movie.
The one that just came out?
No,
Oh, did I even see that?
the 2012 movie.
Oh, that one, yeah.
No, you guys, you've heard about the food fight ! Movie,
I
right?
think.
No.
Yes?
It
Holy
sounds familiar.
shit! Okay, so this, if you haven't seen this because it didn't come out anywhere, this was a movie that was made by fuck, what is it? I think it was partially sponsored by like Nestle brands or something. What the fuck is this?
Oh.
So
I
you may have
just
seen a
talked about
JonTron video
Yeah.
of him watching this movie.
now.
Oh, yes.
But it was literally like the product placement of the movie. Like the cover of this movie has Charlie the Tuna, the Twinkie guy, and the Pickles Stork, and Mrs. Butterworth. Yeah, right here. Charlie the Tuna, Vlasic the Stork, Twinkie the Kid, Mr. Clean, Mrs. Butterworth, Hawaiian Punchy, the California Raisins, Chef Boyardee, and Chiquita Banana. And so, yeah, this movie was... an oral history of this movie would be incredible because just the story of how this came out is insane. Voices of Charlie Sheen, Wayne Brady, Hilary Duff, Eva Longoria, Larry Miller, Christopher Lloyd, Chris Kattan as well in here. So this had like a horribly troubled production. 2003 was when it was supposed to come out originally. It never came out. All right. Eventually, after the producers defaulted on a loan in September of 2011, creditors auctioned off the film's assets and its rights. In 2012, the film had a low-key release, being direct-to-DVD in most territories. It was a movie that was like big fucking Hollywood. I mean, you're talking about like just Jerry Stiller's in this for a hot second. Harvey Firestein. I mean, it's like every like voice actor that you get in an animated movie. You know, you do this. But Charlie Sheen is a dog anthropomorphic dog private investigator named Dex Dog Detective. And he's the owner of the Copacabana nightclub. This fucking movie is absolutely nonsense. The animation is terrible. Like, the plot is Brand X is trying to take over the supermarket and get rid of the brands. And so they have to, like, fight back, basically. Watch the JonTron on this because it explains the plot and the ridiculousness. Here's the thing. This movie cost $45 million to make. And the box office, which is not box office because it's DVD sales only, 73,000.
Oh.
Yeah. So
That's a hit.
Oh my god.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm watching this.
Uh-huh.
I'm watching a trailer for it.
Let's see what the AV Club says here. The grotesque ugliness of the animation alone would be a deal breaker, even if the film weren't also glaringly inappropriate
These are like
in its sexuality, nightmare-inducing in its animation, filled with Nazi overtones, and iconography even more egregiously unfit for children than the script's wall-to-wall gauntlet of crude double entendres and weird imitations of interspecies sex. It is just a fucking pile of hot shit, and it just is one of the worst-looking movies.
This animation is like PS1 cinematic.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking awful.
Oh yeah, and the reason why is because it was supposed to. It was originally made in like 2000. Like, this was supposed to come out in 2002. Nostalgia Critic did a 33-minute review of this. JonTron's got it. Like, it is just. I mean, it is a hot mess of like garbage. So yeah, you've never seen something that looks this bad, but they made
This
it.
is bad.
Yeah. I would highly suggest watching the trailer and maybe the JonTron or Nostalgia Critic video of it because
Or-
it is...
We'll get together
Yes.
and we'll MST3K it.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, Wayne Brady plays like a weird squirrel. Oh, it's horrible. It's so bad. Yeah. That's it, really. Anyway. Yeah, so that's a thought. Are you excited for the Popeye movie that's coming out?
It's a movie.
Is that happening?
Yeah, there's a CG Popeye movie. I'm checking out because I saw this clip on the side here while I was looking through it. It says Popeye Sneak Peek 1, 2016. This was from September 2014. So I don't think this movie's coming out this year.
Probably 2018.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but oh wait, shame this never came to fruition. So they canceled this then. This Sony Pictures Animation. They must have just did a teaser and then canned it.
I mean, who's going to play
Why do that
Popeye?
when they already have Robin Williams as the definitive Popeye.
I wonder if Robin Williams is going to be Popeye.
That's what I was thinking.
And they were like, ooh,
Maybe.
ew. Yeah, it just doesn't work without fucking A. Why? Why do we have to remake all? Why is everything a remake? You know what I mean?
It's safer for companies who want to at least make a profit.
I mean, I guess, but it's
like Popeye isn't. It
Yeah.
just
Hang on.
nobody has
for
nostalgia for
investors
Popeye.
that are more like at this point they're not picking stuff that's going to be a safe success. They're picking stuff that seems like it's going to be, so that their dumbest investors will invest a bunch of money in it, then they'll walk away.
It just seems dumb because some of the highest grossing animated movies are originals. I mean, the How to Train Your Dragon, the first one, the Madagascar films. You know, I mean, like The Secret Life of Pets. That's a brand new IP, and that was every fucking kid in the world saw that movie. You know, like you just need to make a good fucking movie. Like you don't need to rehash something to make money. Like it's just I think there's been a lot of flops with these rehashes that I think people are starting to be like, maybe we shouldn't remake RoboCop as a PG movie.
No, they should make it as an NC-17 movie. It'll be all set.
Yeah.
That would be
Did
awesome.
you guys see the Dread remake?
Which one?
Dread. I'm assuming.
The Keith Urban one.
Yeah, that movie's fucking incredible.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
great.
awesome. I can't believe that wasn't successful at the box
Yeah,
office.
I know.
It was so good.
I didn't see it. I wish I would have, but I was
That's
so
what-
turned off by the fact that it was like a remake or like a
that's the thing.
reimagining.
It's like we'll take one of these action movies from the '80s and make it a hard R.
Yeah.
Like, that's the way you do a remake. Of
That's
that
right.
kind of stuff.
Oh my god! Do you remember that they made a fucking remake of Total Recall? That happened. That came out.
yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I never
Nobody
saw
saw that.
Nobody saw that.
Oh my god! I completely forgot that 2012.
Yep.
I completely forgot that came out. That
Was
movie.
that like
video at
Colin
some
Farrell and? I think
It
Colin
made
Farrell
money,
was the
though.
Arnold role.
That's the thing. It was disappointing, but it made money.
So, in terms of this remake rehash culture, I'm gonna look at this from the perspective of video games because unfortunately I'm like swimming in that. That's kind of my life
It's
now.
kind of happening now with
Yeah.
the NES Classic Edition, and
Well, let's talk about that. Well, in terms of not actual like reproductions, but we'll talk about like actual rehashing.
okay,
So you look at Call of Duty, and everyone's complaining about it's the same thing every year. Okay.
oh my god,
And
yeah.
okay, and
Yeah.
while somewhat true, though, different flavors of Call of Duty, probably the best way to describe it. It gets a lot of flack for that, and I think this may be the first or maybe the second year where the Call of Duty didn't outsell the previous one, or maybe
Yeah.
it is because of the Modern Warfare Remastered. I don't know,
Yeah, it's not. It's way under. They actually announced it.
but you get the complaints about the it's the same thing every year,
Yeah.
and people keep buying it and whatnot. But let's talk about something where people's complaint is it's not the same thing. It's not my thing. Paper Mario.
Uh-huh.
Paper Mario Color Splash just came out for Wii U, and its biggest complaint for everything is this isn't the old Paper Mario. This isn't what I want. This isn't the member berries.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's maybe because Nintendo's, they will release a game when it's done, not force themselves to release a game every year. Where people want something of the original, where Nintendo's idea is always, let's make a good game first and then decide what IP it's going to be.
Yeah, it's okay. So I want to call back to Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Yep.
I just want to say this: people are like, okay, I fucking 2016, huh? Let's just talk about it.
Yep.
People are shouting, and the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare initial trailer was one of the most downvoted videos on YouTube. Blah blah blah. People are like, oh, Call of Duty's the same shit every year. What the fuck? They made a fucking space game. And everyone's like, this isn't my Call of Duty. It's like, what the fuck do you want? Like, you say it's the same thing every year. We try something different, and everyone's like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, seriously, it just blows my mind. This game, so this actually came out today, the news, that somebody leaked the MPD data, and analysts said that it sold 50% less year over year. So they sold half the copies of the game. Like, and this game is, like, critically one of the better rated Call of Duty games. Like
In quite a few years.
yeah, Polygon gave it an 85. Let's look at some other big New York Daily News, Telegraph. I mean, we're talking about some not completely game publications here, but they gave it hundreds, which is insane. Game Informer gave it a 90. What are some other big companies here? IGN gave it an 85. We're talking, the official PlayStation Magazine gave it an 80. I mean, we're talking about very well rated for a Call of Duty game. I mean, and it sold less. Like, by all means, it was a departure from the norm, and it was well reviewed, and it sold less.
Yeah.
People
So this
want
is
those member berries.
It's an interesting discussion, though. Like, that Call of Duty brand name.
Uh-huh.
Companies stick to it because it's like a safety blanket. But
Uh-huh.
like, do you think this would have been received better if it was just its whole new space battle IP kind of thing?
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't know, because
So
look at
people didn't go in
Titanfall.
with their Call of Duty.
Titanfall's also super, super critically reviewed. Very well done. People who played it absolutely love it, but it didn't make the sales, especially because it was 1 week after Battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
I
feel like part of that was
so.
Yeah, I feel like part of that was it came out.
That was just
time.
like we need something to shove into this sacrificial spot. So goodbye, Titanfall.
I mean, I can't believe they put it out 1 week after, I mean,
Sandwich between Battlefield and Call of Duty.
Yeah. Well, obviously, Call of Duty wasn't the real problem there.
Yeah.
Battlefield was the big problem because Battlefield is a great game. Like they really made good on their promises there. So it's just tough because, like, what are you gonna do as EA? You got both these games; they're both done. Get them out for the holidays. I think a lot of people have bought Titanfall. I think it's probably had a little bit of longer tail because the critic reviews have been so glowing. That I don't know, it comes back, but I don't know. I like that game a lot. It's great. They're both good, Infinite Warfare and that. I know a lot of people have talked up Titanfall 2's campaign as being great. It's not. It's not a very good campaign.
Really?
I don't know where people are getting.
Oh man, that's just funny. When Titanfall 1 came out, I got really excited about the parkour movements and things. Mm-hmm. But it just never.
Yeah.
I never ended up getting it because it didn't seem like a long-term thing.
Yeah. I think people kind of lost their minds over the single-player campaign in this game. It's fun and good, and some of it's great, but it turns into a slog. Like, there was a point where I was playing it, and I was like, this is amazing. I love this game. It's great. And then you get to the last, third of the game, and it's just all Titan combat the whole time, and that's, the least fun part of the game is the Titan combat, because the fun part is jumping around, bouncing off walls, getting, melee kills.
Yeah, I saw a GIF. The pilot's motion by himself is freaking awesome.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
it's so good.
I saw a GIF of someone in it was a capture the flag map.
Yeah,
and they went they went from capturing the flag to returning it in 5.7 seconds.
Yeah, they utilized some good jumping and a grapple hook to swing them around a building and gain momentum to shoot halfway across the map. It's awesome. The traversal in the game just is so good. And the multiplayer is so good. And the single player has some incredible stuff, amazing missions in it. But I think people overlook some of that, some of the tropes and some of the bad stuff, and the fact that you're basically fighting a mercenary group of Titans, and each time you see a new one that's introduced and they start talking, you fight them in their special Titan, and it's an arena and it's a boss battle, and they all feel exactly the same, and they're just as frustrating because I always feel like when you're a pilot on the ground, you're jumping around, double jumping, jetpacking, grapple hooking, and doing all this crazy awesome shit, and killing everybody. And then you get into a Titan, and you feel like you're on the same level as everyone else. You know what I mean? You get hit, it just doesn't feel like you have the mobility you had before. You feel stuck. And a lot of the second half a lot of the last third of the game is all in Titans. And it's kind of
So, would you say that when playing as a pilot, it's kind of halfway between Mirror's Edge and Spider-Man while giving you a gun?
I don't know if I go as far as Spider-Man, but
Spider-Man with a gun.
It definitely feels Mirror's Edge though. You're vaulting. Basically you can see a building, and you're I could get up there, and then you just do a wall run, jump over to the other wall run, double jump up, backflip off a wall, and you're up there. And it feels natural. It just works. The controls are so good. That game is great. It deserves the acclaim. I think that people just splooged all over that single player, and I'm
do you think that they should have just doubled down on the multiplayer and not even messed with the campaign?
They had to have a campaign. People fucking just lost their minds over there being no campaign in the first game.
Look at Battlefront, look at Titanfall 1. In a way, look at Rainbow Six Siege, although that's pulling a community out of nowhere right now.
Well, I think Rainbow Six Siege has a long tail because of the.
It's a huge freaking tail.
Yeah, because they basically, I think that they made expansions free. It's a loot box economy game, but they started selling it for cheap, and the gameplay in that is really good. Rainbow Six Siege, I wish I should just buy it. I feel like I'm too far behind the curve to get started.
Hang on. If you get an Xbox One and we switch my account over to that one, you'll have Rainbow Six Siege.
I want to play it with the PC. It's a shooter. I got to play it on the PC. The only shooter I played Titanfall 2 on the PS4 because it was on sale for $30 and it wasn't on sale on the PC. So I bought it there. But I don't know. I just like shooters on the computer. I just feel like I have more control. That's what I'm used to. I grew up playing Counter-Strike as my first shooter, so I'm just used to the mouse aim.
Whereas I came from like Duke Nukem 3D on the Super Nintendo, Doom, and
Halo,
Halo, or even before that was GoldenEye.
GoldenEye, yeah, I played.
Oh,
something happened on his end.
We lost John.
He probably started sneezing. It's fine.
Good news, everyone! Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Ooze Past has finished downloading.
Nice.
And now I'm watching it. So you guys can just finish the podcast off.
Oh, it's fine.
New Line Cinema.
Yeah, it was New Line.
Okay. Oh, here's a question. Related to Titanfall and everything. Do you think that because of Twitch and social gaming and stuff, there's this pressure that if you're a multiplayer game, you either have to be the top multiplayer game on Twitch, or you just fucking let it die, give up, let it die?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's a large box to unpack there, because
it seemed like Titanfall 1 was just, it was really cool, and I loved watching gameplay footage of it, but since it didn't rank up there on streamer stuff, like they just kind of let it wither on the vine.
I mean, and I know I got a couple more years on myself than you, so maybe you know being up on the Twitch charts may not be as important to me, but I do understand at least the younger gamers and the kid gamers. Everything from Let's Plays on YouTube to I have a feeling it's more personalities, both on the Twitch sphere and the YouTube, that really bring more people who wouldn't play a game into a game.
Yeah.
So not necessarily being on the top of Twitch is definitely going to. I mean, it'll definitely improve your sales, but it's not necessary for success.
But I feel like a lot of game companies are just putting too much stock in that. Like, I feel this with Heroes of the Storm a lot. Like, it's not Dota. It's not going to unseat Dota. So, like, nobody talks about it.
I mean, let me look at it right now. I mean, let me look at what's on top of Twitch right now. I mean, because
probably Overwatch.
It's definitely up there. This is definitely a peak time. Because we're talking Friday night, 11:09 p.m. in Central Time. League of Legends is on top with Hearthstone just underneath. We got Overwatch is number 3. League of Legends and Hearthstone might be having some championships right now because you're talking 70,000 viewers, and Overwatch is at a 27. Counter-Strike Go, that's always up there. World of Warcraft is still up top. Tekken 7 must have some high people streaming, betas or early accesses, because that's not even out until February. I don't know.
Yeah.
H1Z1's up here.
I guess I'm concerned that some gaming companies are thinking like, being popular on Twitch, that's what drives our sales. So we have to design a game that will be popular among streamers. And they're designing for streamers and not designing for players.
I mean, I'm sure that helps, but I really don't think that shows up in the design process. There may be pressures from the publisher, but the developers, their goal is really to make a good game first.
No one wants to stream a game that's not going to be, it's not gonna work multiplayer anyway. It could be fun to play.
I mean, let me go. I mean, I'm gonna keep looking down the top.
No,
of the list and look for
I've
some
got
stuff
it.
that's
I've
weird.
got it. Dude, Titanfall 2 has 500 viewers right now.
Yeah.
Jeez,
That is insane.
I'm not even looking at Titanfall 2 yet right now.
It's really fun to watch.
It's a really good
pilot
game.
movement alone, like it's very, like, observer friendly.
597 viewers. Let's look at the bad selling Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. 5,500 viewers. I mean, it's 11 times. Rainbow Six Siege, more than that even. Arma 3 has 10,000 viewers.
Arma 3's been pulling a lot of people lately. I have no clue why.
I love Arma. I play those
It's
games.
interesting to watch, I would think, just because of all the strategy involved.
Well, that's true because Arma has a lot of streamers that get into like the really complicated like mods and getting in like big crews of like I've watched videos like of people that get in crews of like 20 people that use only like the mic chat and all this stuff, and they are like to do like a military operation, you know what I mean? Everyone gets together and does that, and you watch the videos and it looks like you're watching the fucking night vision head cam of like an actual like military operation. Like I understand like why the viewership is so big on that, but Counter-Strike Global Offensive though, almost as many as Overwatch. Like that's the game people are watching on Twitch. You know, like
are any of those having a championship right now?
No,
I mean,
no. It is just a bunch of people. There's an ESL rerun that's got 1,500 people on it, but
there's League of Legends is way high because they're rebroadcasting the 2016 All-Star event. So Riot's got 11,000 viewers right now.
Yeah.
I
Tekken
need to get back
is
to
so
that
big
part.
because they're having a tournament, yeah.
And it's not even out yet.
Yeah. Yep. Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, the remake is got a lot of viewers too. So
More than Infinite Warfare.
yes, I know. I bought the version that didn't come with the Modern Warfare remake because I didn't want to spend $20 on that. Now I kind of regret it because I want to play that game now.
Japan.
And I can't buy it any other way.
1603.
Yeah.
Man yelling.
I can't believe
Other
how
men.
low Titanfall 2 is.
Golf with Your Friends is at 3,000 viewers. Why has that been up lately?
I
I've
have
seen
no
people
clue what
play
that
it,
even
but
is.
it's basically mini golf.
Yeah.
Multiplayer online mini golf on Steam. Not amazingly made.
Yeah, people like, I mean, I'm sure genital jousting's up here. I don't know. It's crazy.
I haven't seen that on here. I don't know if Twitch is not letting you do genital jousting.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. But I
Let them do it.
I saw the thing on it. I saw the preview, and Game Grumps did it as well.
Yeah, I saw a couple videos of that genital jousting. It's pretty good. Yeah,
Octodad
Cast
has
played it.
670 viewers.
I know.
More
it's
than Titanfall.
More than Titanfall 2. I mean, all of the games with more viewers than Titanfall 2 is just disappointing. Like, I was scrolling down this list and I was like,
Well,
I must be missing this. I must be missing this. No.
And that's all they really care about. They don't care who's playing it. They care who's streaming it to like spread the brand and push more sales. And it's just a lot of men yelling at the beginning of this movie.
I love Titanfall 2. It's a fucking awesome game. It's probably some of the most fun multiplayer I've had in so long. And it's like the rumors suggest this game is just sold weekly, and it's so sad because it's such a good game. Like, I really hope they keep the multiplayer going. I know that they forewent a, the whole. Jesus Christ, they forewent the whole season pass, so all the DLC is going to be free. So hopefully that keeps people coming. But they're talking Titanfall 2 sales. Research firm said it brought in 28% of the first month revenue. It's down 72% from the previous game. Like, it is just insane.
Yeah, but I do think Titanfall 1's sales did kind of sputter after about a month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah, that was a big, like, boom, and then that.
Yep.
But like you see that Titanfall 2, you want to buy that? It's $30 everywhere. They drop the price. You know?
I do think Titanfall 2 will have a long tail on it. I really do.
I think so too. With the free multiplayer updates, you know, it's going to be like, hey, did you play that? There's still a community, and you keep getting free new maps. So keep playing it. They have a double XP weekend happening right now, so I've been playing it a bunch actually. I don't know. It's a great game. It's just a damn shame it didn't do as well. But anyway, does anyone have any topics before we move on to the news here? Before we end?
That Raphael, he sure is full of anger and fire.
Who?
Oh, he's watching Turtles 3.
Why are you watching Turtles
But
3?
Michelangelo's a party dude.
Yeah. Give me a break. What do you want to talk about?
KFC scented candles.
Okay, yeah, let's get into this. So hack the candle.
Because this will take about 5 seconds.
Hashtag hack the
KFC
candle. No.
New Zealand was giving away a KFC scented candle.
Correct.
Social
Fried
needs.
chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Would you?
And I want it. I would
you
burn
want
one of
that?
these in my plate. Yeah.
You would.
I'd rather have a brown. I'd rather have a brown gravy scented candle, but that's just me.
Ooh,
Oh,
gravy candle.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Because you
Or
make the wet.
Culver's Butterburger candle.
Yeah.
Just grilled hamburgers candle.
I mean, it's really
Grease and burger. Grease
That would
and
be-
burger all day.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be the easiest way to do it. Is actually put burger grease right into the wax.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it'll
Actual
burn and like
cow
light on
fat.
fire, but what you know?
Just
That
explodes.
would be like an old-fashioned candle that just leaves soot everywhere.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna die. It's fine.
Okay. Can we talk about the Pokemon update that the hackers have found?
Okay, I didn't read this, so this is gonna be new for me.
Walking
Okay.
animations, or...
Yes.
Yes.
So somebody dissected the code of Sun and Moon, and they found that every single Pokemon in the game has a low poly model and walking animations. So people were like, what the fuck is up with this? And so they were talking about how, I guess this was a feature of Heart Gold and Soul Silver,
Yes.
Yep.
where
Like the
your
Pokemon.
where your Pokemon would follow you around, or you'd have one Pokemon that would follow you around. And that looks like, and if you look at the animations on the link that I sent, like they have animations for like every Pokemon, and some of them are hilarious.
Kamala
and some of
is
them-
the best.
Who's?
Kamala?
Who's Kamala?
It's the koala Pokemon. It's
I don't know
Kamala.
which one that is.
Koala Kamala.
Oh, yes.
It just rolls for the run animation. It's great.
Yes. What else? Is,
I'm looking at Magikarp.
Magikarp's my favorite. It just flops. Yeah, but it's kind of like, people are just like, oh, it's disappointing they didn't put it in the game. Because, like, clearly, I mean, like, holy crap, they have models for every Pokemon. Like, clearly, somebody spent a lot of time on this. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and
I mean,
some Mons even have transition animations from run to walk. Like, and it's like, you know what? I think it just got cut, you know? Like, they just weren't able to fully implement it in that, but it would have been fun, you know? And maybe that's going to happen. And people were saying the theory is Pokemon Stars, which is going to be the third version, Sun, Moon, and Stars, of course, is going to have it as like an additional feature so that people will buy that. You know what I mean? Like, we'll see. But, I mean, I don't know. Is it worth spending an extra $40 just to have flopping Magikarp following me around?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe. I think the answer
Yeah.
might be yes for
I-
some people.
I don't think this was an intentional we'll do it in the expansion thing. I think this was a...
Cut feature because
we
it just
chased
wasn't
the thread.
finished. Yeah.
And we just didn't quite get there.
Which
Or,
is why we
it was
might
gonna be
see
too
it.
resource intensive or
Yeah.
something.
Like, we might see it in Stars, but that's just going to be
I don't
they
think it
have
was
more
anything
time.
nefarious.
Oh
No.
Or on
I
something
love
for the
Graveler.
Switch.
Yeah, or Switch. Yeah, fuck. They were talking about that.
Yeah. There's rumors that Stars will be Switch, but
Yeah, this generation's going to come out on the Switch, which is fine, good. I'm glad. I really
That would
do
be
hope.
amazing.
I really do hope that their thought is we're going to make just Switch games and maybe some 3DS games, but if you want Nintendo,
I still think that
everything
once
is on the
the
Switch.
Switch comes out, if the Switch is successful at all, the 3DS is dead.
Oh, I agree. I think they're going to be like, hey, this is our handheld and our home console. Deal with it.gif. And I will buy
the
it.
only reason that they're hedging their bets on it is if the Switch ends up being a total, like, disappointment. But if it's successful at all, they're going to kill off their handheld stuff.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't know if I can replace the portability of my 3DS, though.
Yeah,
Oh, but the
Switch
NX,
looks
man.
pretty weird.
And
the
there's
Switch.
no way the Switch is going to have as good battery life. Like,
Yeah.
there's just not enough battery in that.
No, not at all.
Well, speaking of good battery life, anyone ever want to get a Pebble smartwatch?
What's a smartwatch?
You want the e-ink smartwatch? What be able to have a charge for 14 days?
I followed the smartwatch thing since it started emerging, and I've like desperately been looking for a use case in my life to like justify buying one, and I've just never found it.
So, let's talk about Pebble. Pebble Watch, the Pebble 2, Pebble Time 2. So, Pebble was like, hey, we're going to make a new smartwatch that's awesome. It's going to have GPS, Amazon Alexa built in, all this awesome stuff. It's got the e-ink screen, which means the battery life on it is like 8 days or some nonsense. So you don't have to worry about charging it. You can just wear it all the time. It's a watch. Awesome. Their company had some issues. So Pebble was like, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, like there were companies that were interested in buying Pebble. I forget who it was. But anyway, information came out that they were like, hey, Fitbit might be buying Pebble. Like, interesting. What's that going to mean? People were like, what's that mean for my Pebble? Because the Pebble 2 Kickstarter had made how much money? $12,779,000 from 66,000 backers. So these watches were slated to come out and ship September 2016, and then some of the more fancy models were supposed to come out December 2016, but probably not till January. So some people still haven't received their Kickstarter pledge watch. What does the Fitbit buyout mean? So their fucking Kickstarter backer image thing update on this is insane, because they're just like, this is great. Like, we had so much fun working at Pebble. It's crazy. You guys made this all. This is bittersweet, but Fitbit's buying all of our engineers, and the Pebble way will live on. Also, you're not getting your watches. We're going to refund. We promised to refund by March 2017. All right. Let's see here. If you have a Pebble device, we're ceasing all warranty support now. It's over. Your phone breaks, it's done. Also, if you have a Pebble, there will be no more updates. It's over. Done. Like, killed. You know what I mean? Like, they just literally are like, it's over. Yeah. So anyway, we're seeing. The refunds are apparently people were like, March 2017, like, what the fuck? Like, when's my refund coming? They recently updated it this morning saying, oh, no, we're doing refunds in the next week. Like, people were like, oh, they're saying March 2017, they're going to have the buyout happen, and then they're going to dump their assets, and they're going to, write off the Kickstarter pledges as, like, a loss, and then not refund them, you know what I mean, en masse. So, now it sounds like people are going to get their money back at the very least, but it's kind of sad for people that wanted the e-ink phone or watch, because the downside of the other smartwatches is, you get 24 hours on a charge. You got to plug it in every night, So if you're out camping, bring a real watch. It's just kind of disappointing, but, whatever. Or you have to bring 2 chargers, because you got to charge your phone and your watch when you're traveling. I just thought it was kind of crazy that they were just like, it's dead. Like, goodbye. And here's the crazy thing. Pebble is insane. it is, and the crazy thing about this is the talk of Pebble being acquired has been happening for the last 6 to 7 months, and they didn't close the Kickstarter down. You know what I mean? Like, they ended in March. You know, they knew that their financial situation wasn't great. You know, they knew that this was possibly going to happen, and they were still sending out watches to backers, knowing full well that warranties would be voided immediately. You know what I mean? Like, they knew this buyout was happening, like, months ago, and they just weren't disclosing it. And, you know, I kind of feel bad for people that ended up with a smartwatch, you know, and they're not going to get it. So, you know, the sad thing is, and this is kind of like the Silicon Valley TV show kind of thing, but I think that, I can't remember, it was some venture capital partners offered Pebble $700 million in a buyout 2 years ago, or like 1 year ago. They were bought by Fitbit for, I think, $50 million. Like,
$50.
It's just insane how the value went like down. It's like, that's like the lesson for like Silicon Valley people. I know it's like, hey, I built a company, Pebble. I believe in it. I want to stick with it. I don't want to get bought out by some investment firm and then replaced, and like the whole like company is ruined and sold out.
That's the same thing that happened with the dot-coms in the early 2000s.
Yes. But fucking seriously, if you get offered $700 million,
man, they fucking made out like bandits.
Yes. Yeah. This is Notch. Exactly what happened with Minecraft and Microsoft. It was like,
we're not all going to turn out to be Elon Musk and like sell PayPal to become crazy philanthropists.
Yeah, because I'm sure Minecraft was profitable for Notch and Marcus, you know, Marcus Persson and all the other people that worked at Mojang Entertainment, and they were like, but this is $2.5 billion. I'm going to take it. And he did, because why wouldn't you? Are you insane? Like, I understand I love the company I created and making this game, but that is like fuck you money for life. Like,
if I made a thing that got that popular and attracted that kind of attention, I would sell out in a minute. Are you kidding me? Like, I have my loyalties to like the thing I created, but also I have my loyalties to myself. Yeah. And if I'm going to be set up for life, then I'm going to
The world's a rough place, you know? You never know.
The world is a vampire.
Next year, somebody, you know, might fucking boycott your product and you'll lose millions and millions of subscribers. You know what I mean? Like, it just take the shot when you got it. And, you know, like, not just having issues now, of course, with, like, he's going on late night Twitter rants about how he's depressed and doesn't have anything to do. Like, my advice for Notch was, like, dude, found a new game studio. Make the next Minecraft.
Just make a new thing.
Like, come on, do some VR shit, man. Like, just get on it, you know. You know, so that's exactly what I would have done.
Call me up. We'll partner up.
I know, right? I was like, let's just buy it. I'll take the buyout. I'm going to go spend, you know, 3-4 years traveling the world, blowing a bunch of cash, buying a house out from underneath Beyonce and Jay-Z, outbidding them on a house.
Nepal, like,
you know, doing fun stuff.
Enlightenment.
Exactly, becoming some sort of weird space magician. But anyway, do all that, come back and be like, all right, let's start a new game studio. Well, let's hire the people I like. Let's get some good ideas. I have a lot of funding, you know, like, let's do this. So, I don't know. That's what I would do, though. Start again, Notch. That's my advice. Have some fun.
Yeah, Notch.
Build a new Mojang.
Listener of the podcast, Notch.
And speaking of the Switch, to get our final news note, rumor is the Switch is going to have GameCube Virtual Console games.
Yes, including Smash Bros. Melee.
Yes. Yeah, so they're talking about how...
original Pikmin.
Yep. Let's see here.
You can get that for the Wii.
It's saying Smash Bros. Melee, Luigi's Mansion, and Super Mario Sunshine are already scheduled. Sounds like Animal Crossing is also scheduled right now. This sounds pretty legit, and it makes sense.
Will it have Nintendo 64 Smash Brothers?
I think it does. Right? I think the Wii does, doesn't it?
Wii maybe, but I don't think Wii U. Let me look it up. I'll look
I
it
think
up.
the
That's
Wii U
the
does.
real Smash Brothers.
Oh.
All you other Smash Brothers are imitating.
I like that original one, but I played a ton of Melee. That's probably where I played the most. But anyway, this is probably true because in 2012, when the Wii U was coming out, they hinted that GameCube games would probably show up on the Wii U Virtual Console. So that never really happened, but obviously they had the idea, and that's probably going to happen. So that's exciting because there's a lot of really good games for the GameCube that would be nice to revisit. You know, like
For sure. Twin
I'd love to. I mean, I'd love to play. Let's see, what is Kotaku's best GameCube games list here? Wind Waker, but we already have the remake of that. Mario Kart Double Dash was good. Skies of Arcadia, the
There's that
JRPG.
spooky, ghosty, haunted mansion game.
Beautiful Joe, Resident Evil 4 originally, like one of the best games probably of the last decade. Rogue Squadron games, the Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door. Oh boy, that's a good game.
Yep.
F-Zero GX was good. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. I don't know if they'll be able to do that, but
It's on the Wii. They made it for new
did
play
they?
control on the Wii. Yeah.
nice. Super Monkey Ball 2, the original Animal Crossing.
I got Monkey Ball Deluxe for original.
Oh,
Xbox.
Metroid
We're good.
Prime and Pikmin. Those are some good games.
Eternal Darkness.
Yeah, Eternal
Yes.
Darkness. We'll see some great stuff,
I saw
I think,
that
coming out
disc.
of that. So that's exciting. Good for Nintendo. Awesome.
Yeah, just Wii Virtual Console, not Wii U Virtual Console.
Let's see
From
here.
what I could tell.
TJ,
Yep.
I need your Twitch corner. We haven't done it yet, and then we're gonna do Koozie and we'll be done.
All right. So, besides the fact that when I started streaming a couple times this week,
Yep.
about like 20...
Can I get a trial in there?
trial.
Thank you. All right.
All right. So, besides the fact that 20 minutes into a few of my streams, my computer would just shut down
Yeah, I saw
out of
that.
nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever. But right before I streamed the other day, when I throw up a little Twitter thing saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
I started streaming over here. Let's come join me for this."
Yeah.
I just got two recent Twitch followers. One is the handle at Twitch TV Online, and the other one is the handle at Own OWN Graphics. So I took a look at that because that was like immediately after I started streaming. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a second. So Twitch TV Online is just a Twitch account, or sorry, a Twitter account that just, hey, this is your official home for stream retweets. If you follow us, we will retweet anytime you go live, and we're not associated with Twitch at all. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've got a mind on my head, and I know that really doesn't help because honestly, even the people that follow you aren't looking at people who are online, so their influence is moot at best. And then Own Graphics, when I pulled into that account, that particular one is basically a media firm that makes graphics for your Twitch streams. And I don't want to pay for that crap. I'd rather either make it myself or I'd rather commission someone who does that kind of art because I want to support the artists directly. Because that's how I roll. But yeah, so if you're going to get into light streaming, expect after a few times of posting your stuff to Twitter that people are going to look through the search engine stuff and find you and start following you for no reason other than to try to better their own business. Which,
Yeah. This is very similar to a thing that I encounter as a musician on Twitter.
Yep.
Like, I've got around 1,000 followers, and that seems impressive at first until you realize that most of them are people or companies that want me to pay them for stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I understand, businesses want to make money, but I don't think that the cold following without any sort of communication ahead of time is the best way to do that. I mean, maybe
especially when they do something like that and you click on their profile and it says like social media expert. Like, really? Are you sure? Because it kind of seems like not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, those 2 people following me put me at a whopping 30 followers now. On 30 followers on Twitter, and I think I was still at my lovely 18 on Twitch.
Well, you got me beat.
Yep, I'm loving it.
Yeah, keep at it, man.
You got me beat on Twitter, but I know why.
Yeah.
I remember that episode.
You know what's actually funny about that? You know what's actually funny about that cheating and stuff? Looking through my my Twitter followers, like going back through, there are a lot of fake ones, right?
Yep.
That I purchased, and I was upfront about that.
Yep. Absolutely were.
A lot of real people have also followed me. It's actually I had 2,000 with the fake ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now down to 1,100 people, but I feel like that is some of that's real now. You know what I mean? I honestly think buying Twitter followers is insane because it legitimizes things. Because if you're a business, and you open up and you buy 1,000, 2,000 Twitter followers, people are like, oh, cool, this place is popular. Whereas if you have 5 Twitter followers, which is probably accurate for a small business in a town, it's ooh, nobody likes that place. It's just a thing, when somebody has more followers, you think of them as a more interesting person. When that is just, you could just buy them.
Yeah, you've got social proof then.
Yeah, it's not. You know what I mean?
We're just a bunch of dumb, stupid herd animals that follow what everybody else is doing.
Exactly. And it's buying 2,000 followers is insanely cheap. It was $10. You know what I mean? I just won't go out to dinner that night,
Didn't you buy 1,000 followers and for some reason you got 2,000?
I think when you buy it, I think I bought 1,500, and I think I already had 500 followers. So, I if you want to get a lot of followers, all you have to do is do a lot of hashtagging, do a lot of retweeting, and another way to get a lot of followers is to just mass follow people and then mass unfollow people.
Yeah.
And then they'll follow back you and then not unfollow back you. So, I mean, it's just so...
I understand that that's the game. I just don't like playing that game.
No, there's no point. Why? Don't do it.
I used to put a lot of time into Twitter just mass following people, and I would target people that were following musicians that were like me, so that I thought there was a good chance of them actually liking the stuff I was going to push on them.
It doesn't happen.
It's I met some cool people that way and had some cool conversations, but it's just, as a business practice, it just doesn't make sense because the return on that time investment is just nil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, it's just a rat race. You don't need to get into it. Yeah. Anyway, so let's do koozie and we'll end. Sup, coos. Sup, coos to the ooze, I say. What an eventful 2 days. This is May 24th, 2004. So I had just graduated high school. This is me trying to get into a habit, doing something. Well, my Court of Honor went well. It's my Boy Scouts, Eagle Scout Court of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
DA, who is our shop instructor, Odyssey of the Mind mentor, did a very good job. He told a very entertaining story. Mr. Stackpole, my old scout leader, showed up for it. He told an interesting story about me and canoeing, about the time I almost drowned. It was lots of fun. Not the drowning part, but the Court of Honor. The baccalaureate was the good. Annie sang a beautiful solo. She has the best high school singing voice I've ever heard. Not much else happened Sunday. Today I woke up at 12:39 p.m. The days. I headed to Monroe to fill out paperwork for work. I'm a telemarketer at the Charlton. I shouldn't say their name. Should I say their name? The Charlton Group. I don't think they exist anymore.
The Charlotte.
Not really.
It's cool. Adam and I will be working together. It will be fun. Work in Monroe will be interesting. I'm working 30 hours a week. Tomorrow I'm going to Edgewood to sign up for classes. Looking forward to it. Well, Kuzi, I bid you adieu. Lists. Computer for college. Dell XPS. Custom-built Alienware.
Dude, you're gonna get a Dell.
I got a Dell. I can't wait for my new computer/laptop. And then I say, I'll do it. I'll ask her out before Saturday. If I say I'll do it, I'll do it. We'll have to find out. As the next entry is 2 days later, but that will be for another day. All right, that's going to do it. Oh, I love the ending music. So TJ, you can be found Twitch streaming where? And do you have a schedule you want to start doing, or?
I can't make a schedule right now, especially with not this coming week, but the week after. I'm working 6 days, so just if you follow me on Twitter at @MayofMay84, you can see what I'm gonna live stream. But I always live stream over at twitch.tv/MayofMay. But usually it's late.
What? Goodbye, Internet. I don't okay it.
Oh, I love her voice.
That's a good video. It's a fun one to check out. So Matt, where can people find you?
They can find that video at youtube.com. Well, you'll have to search for Extra Matt because I don't think it has enough subscribers to have its own custom domain. But you can also find that at Twitter, Matt Haig Music, and all that bullshit.
Yeah. That sounds fun. Let's. What else is there? Adam, where can people find Adam? What do you do? Adam, do you do anything that people on the internet would care about besides
The
this
answer
podcast?
is not really.
All right.
I'm on Twitter at Adam Ham.
Yeah, he got his name on Twitter. The fuck, man. Lucky. No, not really.
I kind of want to know if my name's on Twitter. Like,
I wish I could have gotten it. I could have gotten it too, because I got on Twitter in 2007. Like, I got on there right when it started, but I went with my e-handle, so. Anyway,
I like my e-handle better.
I like my e-handle too, so it's fine.
Someone's got mine. Ugh.
Of course they do.
My someone from Korea has at May of May.
Really?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
That bastard. Those damn Koreans.
She hasn't tweeted since 2015.
I know. They need to do a thing.
Oh, wait, it's a Korean lady? Never mind. I'm on her side.
Yep. 179 tweets. She is following 5 people. And she has 4 followers. I should follow her.
Yeah, do it. Follow her.
Maybe we can get her on the show.
Yeah. I'm twitter.com, John Danger. Website is bornintheeighties.net. Or Party Platypus still works, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bornintheeighties.net is the best one, though. Like, that one makes the most sense to me, to find me. I want to start writing a column, like, weekly. I don't know. I need to find time to do that, though. I need to write more.
I'm going to tease now that I'm going to have a product review next week.
Yeah. I mean, like, I want to put more stuff up on the website. I should do more. So maybe there'll be more on there. Anyway, so that's my plans. But you can go to the website and you can find stuff there. All sorts of stuff. We got a Patreon. I haven't pimped that in a while. But we get some money out of that every month.
Patron us, please.
Nice.
We appreciate it.
It's great. We have a couple patrons.
Be our Patronus.
So be Patronus.
Expecto Patronus, yeah.
It's good. We're making $10 a month on this, so
that's half your hosting fees.
That's half of my hosting fees. So just for the podcast, of course, not the website. That's an additional $15 a month. But you know what? If I can make the podcast pay for itself, that's cool. So yeah, go there if you're a big fan. Otherwise, tell your friends, like, follow, subscribe. You know the deal. Matt.
Yes.
Can we get a cookie clicker update? All right. Yeah, all right. So we got things live. Send out your dead. Bring out your dead. Adam, what did you do? Let me add it to your talking thing.
I played Pokemans. I also played a butt ton of Final Fantasy 15.
Played a butt
Uh-huh.
ton of Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah. Watched some movies.
You mean 15?
Huh?
What movies did you watch?
Krampus.
Okay.
I still need to see
Scrooged.
That's a great movie.
Okay.
Uh-huh. That's pretty much it.
Okay. I'm trying to think what else I've watched or seen or done. My words and deeds. Oh my
that. I
god.
remember the thing I watched.
Good. I know what I've watched. I don't know if TJ is all about this, but I've watched about 700,000 variations of the We Are Number One music video, but with blank changed.
Now look at this net that I've just found. When I say go, get ready to throw. Go!
So I found my favorite YouTube channel that does those, and I will. It's like Mr. Mango Head.
Yeah, that's a great one.
But some of my favorites have been top. We Are Number One, but one is replaced with my favorite anime death scenes. And it's like a 20-minute long video, so every time I say one is like... But the anime death scenes are all like moments from like Shrek and not animes, like the Scooby-Doo movie. There's like a 15-minute interlude of a scene from the Scooby-Doo movie. It's insane. Like, it's just fucking nonsense. Or like replaced with my favorite anime opening credit scenes. And they're just like... The Shrek movie, like, it's just so dumb. Like, it's amazing.
My favorites from this week, or at least the favorites that I saw this week, were We Are Number One, but it's text-to-speech.
Yeah, the We Are Number One text-to-speech is incredible.
And then there's We Are Number One, but it's opposite day, which is text-to-speech, but everything's like the whole
opposite words.
Yeah, colors are inverted, everything's mirrored, and the words are the opposite meanings. So like we are an absolute failure.
Got it.
And then one that I really enjoyed was We Are Number One, but exactly as it was in the episode.
Oh, okay.
Instead of being the music video version.
Oh, nice.
I had more context. It made more sense.
So if you guys haven't seen this, just look up We Are Number One, but and you can watch a million videos of people. Because I think YouTube poop is the new meme. Like,
it definitely is.
There's all the B movies, but when they say the word B, the movie speeds up. Like, it's just... There's so many incredible, like, stupid videos. Or, like, the B movie trailer, but only the Bs are not, like, compression artifacted. Like, it's just... They're ridiculous.
One thing I was watching the other day was Shrek, but without Shrek. It was the entire Shrek movie.
Yeah.
But everywhere Shrek was in it, they just skipped it.
Yeah. Or they had the B movie without bees. Which I thought was good. Like, it's just so dumb. Like, I think my favorite, which isn't on YouTube anymore, it got pulled down, was the Bee movie. And every time that anyone said the word bee, it became Bug's Life. And then in Bug's Life, every time they said bugs, it became ants. And then whenever it was ants, and anytime they said the word ants, it went back to the Bee movie. Well, yeah. It was like a 9-hour-long video.
Once Bug's Life got involved, Disney pulled it.
Yeah. That was just funny. Like, I think one of my other favorites was a meta video, which was the B movie, but every time they say the word, or the B movie trailer, but every time they say the word B, the content-aware algorithm gets strengthened. So it like changes like the bubbling of the video and like the warping of the sound a little bit. It's amazing. So it's like unrecognizable mess at the end. Yeah, so. All right, are we ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right, I am a wreck right now. So I'll talk about that, but we'll start the intro now. Oh, let me tweet it out. Did everyone tweet it out?
We're all good here. Do
we have any listeners? Probably not.
No.
Two watching, but I'm probably one of them.
Yeah, I'm one of them too. I'll throw it on Facebook. Let me just do it now before we start.
Come on, Aaron, get in here. We know you're listening.
Hey, Ron.
Aaron, Brett, are you here?
I wish I could drink, but I took a bunch of ibuprofen because I have a headache.
Oh, that'll happen.
You can do both.
I could. Yeah, I know, but I'm fine. I drank last week.
Just
I
drink
got progressively louder.
That was great.
Oh man,
It was a wonderful experience.
I like how you could tell too at the end.
Yeah.
You're just like, yep, and I was like, yeah,
Especially once you became self-aware of it.
yeah. I got trashed. All right, what are the hashtags for this one? Born in the 80s. Let's get some hashtags here.
Well, I added some of the regular ones like Bytecast Live, but I also did hashtag now and hashtag click it because I want people to click it. If you want some trending ones, there is
Hashtag Russia.
Yeah. Hashtag make films into TV shows.
That's too long.
Hashtag jobs I would be perfect for.
Hashtag I heart jingle ball. Just a single ball apparently, not both.
All right. I don't have. I'll do hashtag 1. I couldn't fit We Are Number 1 in.
Hashtag Tekken
Okay,
Final. Really?
That's in there. Oh, we get some new ones. What would happen if? Okay, so
Hashtag climate change.
So I properly SEO'd this episode with trending topics. So
Yeah.
let me show.
That worked great last time.
Let me go on the page too. So, hey man, did you guys see the YouTube video thumbnail of the last one?
Yep,
No.
sure did.
I
No.
updated it. It's good.
I'm gonna take a look at it now.
I
Someone
even
see
like further SEO'd it.
Hashtag. No, that's not
Fucking that song. It gets in your head.
Hey. Yeah. That's...
Alright.
the internet's weird, man.
I know. Alright, let's start. Adam, you ready?
Yep.
You're just so quiet, Adam. Adam, I want you to be loud.
I am loud.
That's not loud. Come on, Adam, yell it.
I have roommates, man.
You know what? Oh, come on. Maybe not yell. Just come on. Elevate the tone.
I did elevate the tone.
I did. No, you did not.
I did.
I don't think so.
It was elevated.
All right.
I swear.
This is gonna be the best part of the podcast.
Ready?
Yeah.
Welcome to Born in the 80s. I'm your host, John Rowe, joined by my co-hosts.
You're
That's
robot.
you, Adam. No, not for me.
I don't think it was me.
I think Adam's fucking... Help!
What?
Oh my god!
What?
I'm
This is a
sneezing!
noise.
Ah!
What was
This
it?
is the best intro ever.
Help!
Help! My rights are being violated.
Oh my god! Oh! Ah, this is a nightmare. Holy shit. Okay, so as I did the intro, I think some dust went in my nose because I literally just sneezed like 100 times a second there.
Some white dust.
Oh my god.
We got some total ASMR going on here.
Okay,
now.
so Adam said I roboted out. I disbelieve him, but whatever. Let's try it again. Adam, you go, and then Matt, and then TJ, okay? Is that okay? All right.
Are we sure that last one's not usable?
It's not, but it will be in the end of the episode.
We didn't even say the episode number.
I know. It was a nightmare. Oh, it's 2:45. All right, ready to go. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. All right.
Unique New York.
Yeah. The tall, fat man ate a hat. All right.